Heard about NATO? What if India had joined NATO-style alliances with America? Would Indian soldiers have fought in Vietnam, Iraq or Afghanistan? Or would India itself have splintered apart, just as many experts predicted in 1947? Right after India's independence, America had repeatedly asked India to be a founding member of two NATO-like military power blocs in Asia. This was almost at the same time when NATO itself was being created. These power blocs were known as SEATO and CENTO. Just like NATO, America created these power blocs to stop communist expansion in Asia. SEATO, or Southeast Asian Treaty Organization, was headquartered in Bangkok, while CENTO was initiated from Baghdad in Iraq. America led both these blocs along with the local powers of these regions. SEATO's motto was "Collective Security, the Pathway to Peace." Yeah, right. Pandit Nehru was repeatedly approached by US to consider joining SEATO and CENTO, even offering some special packages or incentives in return. But Pandit Nehru declined these offers. India saw these US-led blocs dominated by Western colonial powers. Right after independence, if India was to get into such military alignments, then the very legitimacy of India would be at stake. Also, joining these blocs would surely provoke both Communist Russia and Communist China, both of which shared borders with India. So non-alignment with the superpowers and coexisting peacefully was the path taken by India. But moral authority and taking neutral ground were not the ideal path for all countries, and especially not for the opportunistic hyenas like Pakistan. Pakistan joined both these blocs, and the US promptly armed Pakistan with massive military hardwares, modern aircraft, tanks, artillery, which tilted the military balance of power towards Pakistan over the next decade and resulted in the 1965 Indo-Pak War. But with the benefit of hindsight, Pandit Nehru's rejection of joining these alliances seems a brilliant strategy which has worked in India's favor in the long run. Look at Southeast Asia. Every SEATO member states were dragged into successive long conflicts. Massive civil wars in Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand's 2 decades-long counterinsurgency campaigns, and Indonesia's anti-communist purges. During 1971, Pakistan expected America to actually attack India. But when that didn't happen and India won the war and created Bangladesh, Pakistan walked out of SEATO. Then came America's loss and exit from Vietnam in 1975. SEATO didn't stop communism. It simply militarized entire Southeast Asia. And within a couple of years of America's retreat from Vietnam, SEATO was formally disbanded. And if this was not enough, the same playbook was followed to the T for CENTO. America and its allied states for the last 70 years have wreaked havoc in the Middle East. Iraq, Iran, Syria, Afghanistan, Egypt, Lebanon, you name it, and the conflict goes on. Think about how India bypassed these major regional conflicts with a non-alignment policy. Maybe it's time to reevaluate the political narrative of "everything is Nehru's fault."